We're going to start, just like everything else I've talked about, okay? There is an acronym, a mnemonic device that you can use to kind of help you remember. Yeah, that's a big word for me, yeah. That you can use to remember the basics of shooting. It's called BEEF, and these guys have all heard me use BEEF before. There's people out there that challenge that idea of BEEF, and it's too simple, but I think if you explain it the way I'm gonna explain it, we'll talk about it and we'll get through it quickly here. So the B in BEEF stands for balance, and it all starts with great footwork, just like in ball handling and the footwork we did at the beginning, triple threat, all those things. And I know Cam's right-handed, so I want her right foot slightly ahead, so move. Oh, you're lefty? Oh, my bad. She's a lefty. So we'll put her left foot out a little bit ahead of her. And the reason we want that foot out is because that gets her body and her weight going to her target. So we will have that weight and that body forward. So whatever hand they shoot with, we want that foot just slightly ahead. Don't want to overemphasize it, but slightly ahead, just to get the weight and the body going forward. So balance is important. And just like in the defensive stance, you kind of work from the bottom up. So good balance, all right? So we're going to bend our knees, and we're going to kind of be flexed, ready to elevate and jump up and shoot it. The first E in BEEF, okay, is her eyes. And where do we want her to look when she shoots? So where should you look when you shoot the basketball? Where should your eyes be? On the rim. And a little tidbit that was taught to me when I was growing up is that there's 3 ram's horns, those things that the net hooks into. Wherever you are on the court, the one that you're closest to is always in the middle. So you find 3, the one that's in the middle is always in the middle of the rim. So find 3, find the middle one, and it's always in the middle of the rim. And that, just like when you're throwing darts, if you want to hit the bullseye, you don't look at the whole dartboard, you aim at the bullseye. And it's the same thing, you've got to be that specific when shooting, okay? So balance, your eyes on your target. What do we not want to watch? Can you tell me that? What do I not want to watch when it's coming out of my hand? The ball. Don't want to watch the ball, because what happens when you watch the ball? Your head goes, and where do you go? Yeah, you go back. So we want to have everything going to our target. All right, so balance, eyes. Elbow is the second one. So let's put the ball up in our pocket. Pockets are going to be different, okay? So we're going to put it up here like we're ready to shoot it. This is our pocket right here. We've got our hand under the ball. Number 1, hand's got to be under the ball. Her hands are a little bit smaller, okay? And this will line up then with our target. We want the elbow in a straight line. We want her knees in a straight line. We want her toes and her hips, everything in a straight line to the target, okay? So the more we can have that under versus outside, the better. But if it's comfortable, we want you to be comfortable too. I don't want you to be uncomfortable, all right? And what about this hand? Because we're talking about our elbow needs to be straight, but what about this hand? I like to use this thumb to kind of hold the ball there, and once again, I don't want the ball on this part of my hand, I want it on the pads. And so we're going to get that ball up here, and if I raise it up, I ought to be able to see, and she does a good job of this. Can you see daylight in between your fingers? Can you see daylight in there? That means that ball's where it should be. If it's down in the palm, she will not see daylight. So we like to see daylight in there, okay, and she's got that ball set in there. This hand is kind of like a guide hand, and it just holds the ball in position until she's ready to shoot. So balance, eyes, elbow, and the F is for, you know? Follow through, very good. Or finish, some people use finish. And so this is the finish on the shot. So the follow through then, we talk about reaching in the cookie jar. I'm a big fan of cookies. Oreos are my favorite. If I'm gonna eat an Oreo and I wanna get a cookie out of the cookie jar, I can't stick my hand straight at the cookie jar. I've gotta go up in the cookie jar, grab that cookie, and pull it out. So we wanna go extend, up, and almost reach in the basket when we finish. So she's just gonna do a nice, simple form shot right here. She's gonna use her legs by bending her knees to get that ball in motion and go up and shoot it. She's gonna let it land right in front of her here, so good arch, good follow through. And I want you to leave that follow through out when you're done. So when you finish, I want you just to leave it out, pose at the end. And let me see that good extension and flip. Ready? Good, one more. Bend those knees, push with your legs. Look at that rotation and spin. Great job. See the follow through, it's got the backspin on it, kind of like we were talking about passing. And what a great example, what a great coachable young lady she is.